Ando. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a watch for you from Ando, a brand new micro brand. I wanted to check this watch out for two reasons. I don't know if you'll like it, but I think it's a really interesting watch and maybe you'll really dig this watch. The first reason I wanted to see it is it's pretty cool and it's interesting, it's unique, and you know I love those kind of watches on this channel. Number two, I know that they have a connection to Vario, and I love Vario. They do such great work and they're just really good people. So I thought, yeah, I definitely want to check this one out. So let's jump right into it and see if this is something that interests you. So normally I give you all the specifications up front, but I just wanted to give you a quick look at this watch before we get into the specifications. And there aren't a ton of details to really get into because this watch is a very minimal watch by design. It's kind of a tuna shape on one side and a samurai on the other. If you're a Seiko fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to have to pardon the dust. This black case just seems to be a dust magnet. It is a sandwich dial. You can see that it's sort of raised on the outer and lowered on the inner. The hour hand sits on that inner circle and the minute marker makes its way around. It's a little higher when you look at the way they're stacked. I don't know if I can quite get that, but you can see that the minute hand is quite a bit higher, as is the second hand. It is a sandwich dial, and because of that, it's got pretty good lume actually on the indices. The date is white, which in this case, it works really well because all of the markers are in white. So it sort of works with that. The hands are in chrome with white lume on the inside, and there's no lume on that second hand. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox the second watch I have, and then I'm going to go over the specs for you here today. I was intrigued by the design of this package straight off the bat. It looks like recycled paper, which is great, environmentally responsible, and it's very small. I got two of these in the tiniest package, and in today's ever-growing boxes that come with our watches, it's pretty great, especially in an affordable watch. And this is a fairly affordable watch, but the box is more than just a container. First of all, it gives you all of the dimensions right there. I don't need to spend time with fancy graphics because it tells you 20 millimeter lugs, 37 millimeters, and then 35 millimeters from left to right. And that's because you have this interestingly shaped case. So it's actually, I would say, like a 34 millimeter watch, but because of this extra bulk on the side, it's just a little bit bigger at 35.5. It's only 11 millimeters thick, although it does feel thicker than that on the wrist. And they say the lug to lug is 37 millimeters, but I measured it at 42. Flipping the package around, you can see the movement right there through the mineral crystal. It's sapphire on the front, it's mineral on the back, and you can figure all of these things out here. They say you should love this watch if you love good, unique design, like to have a watch with style. You're looking for a watch that doesn't poke the back of your hand, and you have a small wrist and wear the watch only on your left hand. I guess this isn't for you right-handed and large-wristed guys. I happen to be a left wearing watch guy, but I do have a bigger wrist, and I'm going to show it to you on my 8.5-inch wrist just for kicks and giggles. It's 50 meters, water resistant, has a sapphire crystal on the top, as I said, and mineral on the back. It's got an NH36. That's their date movement from Seiko. And of course, it's 316L stainless steel. The black one is DLC coated. This one is not. This one has C1 lume, and it's actually pretty good. A genuine leather strap that's quick release, and it's designed in Finland with heart and has the soul of Japan. And so the founder of Ando is actually a person with experience in both places and is a designer by nature, not a designer of watches, I believe an environmental designer, but he wanted to try his hand at design. And the name Ando, which is a really interesting name. It kind of gives me an 80s vibe, like this could be a band that prominently features a guitar, if you know what I mean, has long bleach blonde hair. But anyway, Ando, that's because there are 3 Andos. And I loved the description and the whimsy on their website. The description of the littlest Ando is product tester, which is pretty funny. So opening up the package is not the easiest thing to do. It really is a tight fit, but then to be fair, it's not going to fall out on you. Here you have your 1-year manufacturing warranty, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. It tells you just need your serial number, and the back of the package on the outer sleeve tells you exactly where to find it. It even has an arrow pointing to it. So that's pretty cool, and you can see the watch, of course. Flipping this over, we'll set this down for a second. You have instructions on how to set the time, things that you should be avoiding, and the positions here. So that's pretty cool, pretty easy to understand. Now, checking out the watch itself, it's packaged in 2 pieces, which is A-okay because it has quick release straps. So all you have to do is pull this out of the package and snap on the strap. Easy as that. And peeling off the stickers, we get a closer look at that silver dial. A little bit of white, a little bit of silver, depending on the light in which you find it. Around back, you find a screwed down case back. And I kind of dig it. It's got a chunky vibe. That case back isn't just something that's there. It's actually part of the watch itself and its design. I like that little A for Ando there. Notice the triple line on the left-hand side for Ando. Quite clever. Yeah, this is a really cool, neat design watch. Turning it over, you find the signed crown and the case back. I have my Zelos here because it's sort of got a, let's see if I can pull this together, bit of a similar design. I wish I still had my Seiko Samurai because this in many ways looks a lot like the lugs of a Seiko Samurai on one side and a tuna, as I said, on the other. There's not a whole lot to talk about in terms of this watch. It's pretty simple. The strap is genuine leather, and I don't know if they mean that in the best sense because there's genuine leather and then there's, you know, full grain genuine leather, and this feels like it's okay and it's not going to break on you, but it's definitely not, I would say, the best quality strap I've seen. I'll try it on a few different straps and see how it looks on some different straps. I noticed the buckle on this one is PVD coated and does not match the head of the watch. I don't know if that's a mistake or if that is an intentional design. Now, the function of the watch, you're not going to get extreme precision with this because there's no markers for anything except the hours, right? So don't expect to be timing things down to the second. The crown is small. You have to get your fingernail underneath it to pull it out. Of course, it does hack, it does hand wind, and I find that if you want to wind it or you want to move the hours, I just sort of stick my finger under here to make that happen. Of course, this has a quick set date, as you would expect with this movement. And that's about it. There's not a whole lot to say about this watch. And here it is on my 8.5-inch wrist. And I am on the very last hole. But as it says, even on the package itself, this was not really designed for me. But I wanted to see it anyway. It's a pretty neat little watch, and I think if you have a smaller wrist, this would be a pretty cool watch for you. And yep, that crown does not dig into the wrist one bit. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this review of the A-1 Automatic by Ando. I'd like to thank them for loaning this one into the channel, and I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Hey, if you want to like and subscribe, you know what to do. Have a great day.